Hi everyone. Okay, here is my top 10 shows of 2024. A lot of great titles, a lot of great hours of television. And here are some of my favorites from the year of 2024, my top 10. Okay, let's go. Number 10, Tokyo Vice Season 2. Tokyo Vice Season 2 for me was a great ending and finale to the first season, and it was well done. A lot of great characters, a lot of great moments, a lot of great just intense sequences. And as you probably know, this does take place in the criminal underworld of Japan with the Japanese Yakuza. And you have Ansel Elgort, who is like a journalist who's covering all the crazy murders that have been going on in Japan as a result of the Japanese Yakuza. And it's just a really good show. Ansel Elgort, who plays Jake Adelstein, is a great character. He has to go through a lot of crap in order to, uncover the sinister nature of this syndicate. And I loved it. It was a great show. It had great characters and a great main villain, and also Ken Watanabe, who also is in this. He plays a Japanese police detective. He's really good. And I got nothing bad to say about this show. This was great. Definitely one of my favorites and a perfect spot for my number 10. All right, number 9, The Franchise. The Franchise is a funny comedy show that deals with the making of a comic book superhero movie and is dealing with all the crazy drama that happens on set for stuff like that. And if you've ever been on a set, if you ever worked on a set, uh, then you're gonna love this. It definitely has just like some really great moments of just like pure chaos involving that stuff, and I thought it was like really fun, just a great show, and it was really good. There's not going to be a season 2, unfortunately. It They actually killed it for to have any multiple seasons, so it only has a season 1, and it ended on a cliffhanger. That's a bummer because I really enjoyed this show and it was really fun. And there's one joke that I really love. It's just like this thing that you do about Christopher Nolan, and it's funny. I really liked it. I'm sad that it didn't get a chance to continue on, but whatever. That just happens with television, you know. But it worked for me. Number 9, The Franchise, totally recommended. Number 8, Twilight of the Gods. Twilight of the Gods is a it's actually produced by Zack Snyder, and it takes place within Norse mythology. And I'd compare it to like Seven Samurai meets God of War, that video game franchise. Like it's kind of like that. You get thrilling action sequences. You get a great story. You get a great cast of characters, and overall, it's just an amazing Norse Odyssey, and I loved it. I like the slow motion that's used in this. Everyone has a problem with that when it comes to any Zack Snyder production, but the slow motion works here because it's a 2D animated show, so it just looks good. The animation is incredible. It's stellar animation, and it reminded me a lot of the Netflix hit Blue Eye Samurai. That show in particular, those two are kind of similar in terms of their violence and their storytelling that they use. It's a really great show, and I got nothing bad to say about this. It was awesome and just an amazing, bloody, good adventure. So, Twilight of the Gods, check it out. It's on Netflix. Number 7, Dune Prophecy. Dune Prophecy is a show that takes place 10,000 years before the events of Dune with Paul Atreides, before Baron Harkonnen, before Gurney Halleck, Duncan Idaho, before all those characters come into the scene. This show takes place before all that, and it's before all that stuff, and it's a really great show that shows the you know beginnings of the sisterhood, which would become the Bene Gesserit. Like that stuff is, amazing. It's intriguing. You see a lot of the cloak and dagger politics of the show when it comes to the great houses. And yeah, it's just an amazing science fiction story. Everyone that watched it thought it was a little boring and just plotting and just didn't really go anywhere. For me, it went places. It was, intriguing, thrilling, and very entertaining because, again, I love the Frank Herbert books. So I thought it, met those expectations of what I expect from a Frank Herbert adaptation of one of his stories. So definitely, I recommend this. Check it out. Dune Prophecy is worth it. Check it out. Okay, number 6, Three Body Problem. This is an amazing science fiction story. I loved it. Very intriguing. Very, it's a good mystery too. I would say it fits in that genre as well. And it's made by the guys who did Game of Thrones, and they did a good job on this. Really liked it. Check it out on Netflix. Yeah, really good. Okay, number 5, The Gentleman. The Gentleman is a great gangster show, produced by Guy Ritchie. And if you liked his movie, the Gentleman, you'll love the TV show. It's fun. You got a character, the Duke, Edward, who wants to protect his family. And, he loves his family. He wants to protect them, even though his older brother does some really stupid stuff, some really, knucklehead shenanigans ensue because of his older brother and getting involved with some organized crime. And then he has to, bail him out and, try to protect his family. And, yeah, you got great cast of characters with him. A woman by the name of Susie Glass, who is kind of, running stuff in the criminal underworld in London. And, he's got to, work with her. And that's an uneasy alliance. But it makes for a thrilling television show that, from the get-go, just keeps you invested. Giancarlo Esposito's in this as well, and he's really good. As a character by the name of Stanley. And yeah, he's definitely a threat in this show. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it goes places and it's really fun. Definitely check out The Gentleman. Yeah, this one was a favorite of mine. All right, number 4, Fallout. Fallout is like the best video game adaptation, and I put it up there with The Last of Us on HBO Max. This show was great. If you love science fiction, if you love video games, me in particular, I love Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and this kind of had elements of that. It had elements of the older games of Fallout 1 and 2, but they're definitely working from the framework of what Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 introduced. And yeah, I love it. It had a great story, great cast of characters. Lucy, the ghoul, Titus, the member of the Brotherhood of Steel. Yeah, it's just really good. You get to see power armor, like Brotherhood of Steel power armor in a live action television show of Fallout, and that was cool to see. So, yeah, Fallout is definitely one that I would highly recommend anyone who loves, a post apocalyptic story, the video game series, science fiction. Yeah, go check out Fallout. It's on Amazon Prime. Don't miss this one. Number 3, The Penguin. The Penguin is a pretty great gangster story set in the world of the Batman in Gotham. If you've watched the Batman, you know what you're getting into when it comes to that movie's depiction of the underworld of Gotham City. It's great. This show just has an amazing story. Oscobb, the Penguin, he's ruthless. He is straight up a villain in this show. He's not someone that's like the hero of the story. He's a bad dude. And the show depicts that. He is an evil son of a bitch. And he's like that from the very beginning of episode 1 to the very end. And I like that. They really respected the villainy of the Penguin in this show. And yeah, fantastic. I got nothing. I have no problems with this movie. No caveats. It was great all the way through. And Kristen Milioti as Sophia Carmine, excellent, excellent work by her. And yeah, that is my number 3, The Penguin. All right, number 2, Arcane season 2. Season 2 of Arcane was a great finale to the series and to what was established in Arcane back in season 1. And this was amazing. A great cast of characters, great music. The soundtrack in Arcane season 1, season 2 is just great. When I finish the shows, I always like go back and listen to the music. You got like great action. I mean, there was a straight up battle scene in this finale that is up there with like the best stuff you've seen in live action. You had just great, you get great endings to various character arcs. It's an amazing show. Just pure entertainment right here. And like there's no problems with this. I loved it. Definitely cannot wait to see what they do next within the world of Arcane. And this is my number 2 favorite show of the year. Go check it out if you haven't. All right, and this is gonna be like when it comes to my number 1, Shogun. Shogun is quite possibly the best adaptation of James Clavell's novel Shogun. It has everything you need in a great samurai epic, and it's just an amazing show. I love it. Just an amazing, it was just done just well. It was just done exceptionally well. You have great characters with Hiroyuki Sanada playing Yoshi Toranaga, Anna Sawai playing Mariko, Cosmo Jarvis playing John Blackthorne, and they all have something to do. They all have a purpose within the show, and I loved it. The finale episode was amazing, and even the episode before that with what happens with Mariko and her fate was that was crazy to watch. And I love this show. I cannot wait for what happens with season 2. Obviously, James Clavell never wrote Shogun 2 as a book, so they're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff that's going to be open-ended, that they're going to be writing that's not from the books. So I'm definitely excited for that. And clearly the show has hit because it's won everything from the Emmys to the Golden Globes. It's won numerous awards. So I'm just happy that people are just into Japanese cinema like me, because it's just you can get some amazing stories from there. And I love Shogun. It is my number 1 show of 2024. And that's about it. All right, guys, stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a video of the most anticipated movies and TV of 2025, so stick around for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.